All right, we are live. Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the stream. We had some early people today. Craig Lilly, first, as always. What's up, Craig Lilly? We got Staying 2007 in the house. Yo. Got Giant Robots. What's happening? What's happening? We got KL130. We got Computer Guy. James Ray. How's everybody doing so far? Got a little discussion about PC cases in the chat. Computer Guy asked, what's a good micro ATX case for anyone that is here? Good micro ATX cases. There's actually too many options, I think, for me to even just choose one. But it depends really on what your price range is. I think someone mentioned the Q300L. Honestly, after building in the Q300L, like, I first built in that case back in, what was it, 2017 or 18 or something like that. Whoops, that's a preview. You guys shouldn't be seeing that just yet. But the Q300L, it's a very, I think, archaic design. Even the new updated version that they made, it's a single chamber case, which, I don't know, it feels pretty old nowadays, that how they don't have any separation for the power supply or like just like the bottom portion of it. And it's because of the way the case is designed. So in terms of like getting a clean look, it's harder to do because you will be seeing all your cables come out of the power supply and just be there without being able to hide it easily. So yeah, the Q300 refresh. Yeah, I personally like the refresh that they did. Let's take a look at this. I think they made it like they did this way too late because this came out within the last year, right? And it's still the same thing minus the fact that they made it tempered glass, which is a huge upgrade because tempered glass is basically a scratch resistant. I would even say scratch proof for the most part, unless you're putting like harder materials up against it. But against most materials, it's like scratch proof compared to the old acrylic design. But yeah, this is what it kind of looks like when you fill it out. Double click on the image to zoom. But yeah, the power supply is visible, which is whatever, right? Because normally a lot of cases have windows for the power supply. But straight up, the fact that you could see like all the cables and stuff down here and it's not separated. Like, the nice thing about power supply basements is you could tuck away all your extra cables and like loose ends and stuff like that. But you can't do that here. So how much is this case even? So it's 60 bucks, which isn't a bad price for a case nowadays. And this is from, you know, big brand Cooler Master. It's not like some DIY PC or some other random brand that just came out of nowhere that was repurposed or rebranded. But yeah, I don't know, for 60 bucks, I feel like if we go to computer cases, why is there two computer, what's Newegg? Why is there two computer case subcategories here? But if we take a look at the micro ATX computer case, there's a lot of other options. Actually, I haven't used this one yet, the BitPhoenix Nova Mesh, but this looks like a pretty, you know, it's a pretty standard, nothing super unique about the design. Kind of like mini fridge aspect ratio shaped case. But it's got your included fans, it's got your power supply basement, it's got the tempered glass. Not much you can do to go wrong with a $60 case here. BitPhoenix in general, I feel like I've mentioned this before, they haven't seem to have done a ton of innovation, but in terms of just like a cheap standard case, I don't think you could go wrong with something like this. And then you have, you know, Montech and stuff like that that have very similar designs as well. Yeah, Raid Max case last night. All right, let's see, Raid Max. Raid Max is also not a brand that I've had too good of experiences with in the past. Sama, I mean, like this one also doesn't look too bad either. A lot of sub $60 cases, so that's why I wouldn't really go with the Cooler Master case when you have so many other cases that at least afford you at the power supply shroud. You remember what the Raid Max one was called, Jason? What was the name? Yeah, but while we talk about that, let's see who else is in the chat. We got Am a Boss, Be Your Own Boss. What's up? What's up? What up, Martin? We got Justin Alexander in the house. TXAVX. Been a while since I've been here. Welcome back to the stream. Nothing wrong with taking a break. Sometimes, you know, I do get annoying, you know, seeing the same person week in and week out. So, yeah. All right, Jason with the link on the case that he bought for 45 bucks. It is still $45. Let's take a look at this thing. The Meshian X922. Okay. They don't have the best product pictures for these. Oh, maybe I need to click on a different one. Let me see. Yeah, this one's a better one. Interesting. If I could get it to... God. I want to open this in a new link. But the way that this is coded... Quick view. Okay. Can I view this in a new page? There we go. So this looks like the same. Is this the same exact case? X922. Okay, what's the difference between these? One is from Nova Shop, which is the cheaper one. The one from actual Raid Max is 60 bucks. This one free shipping. Shipping. Yeah, it is free shipping. So, but let's just look at the Raid Max official one because they have better product pictures. Okay, so this Raid Max case for 45 bucks, what do you get? 4 times addressable ARGB fans, mesh, tempered glass, power supply basement. You do get hard drive cage. Doesn't look to be super removable. You can unscrew it, it looks like, but it doesn't have like those cushioned slotted inserts that could easily slide out. But I mean, can't really complain much about a $45 case if you grab this one, and it's adjustable RGB. Yeah, I mean, this one looks like a solid, you know, affordable option. Not a big fan of course, the fastening of the side panel, but at $45, can't complain much about it. Yeah, I don't think there's any other $45-ish case that don't have tempered glass that attaches this way. Maybe if you get a Montech Air 100 case on sale, then you get, you know, the hinged door panel. But for normal price stuff like this, it's not too common. Just got a Fractal Pop Air Mini. Nice. Yeah. I mean, those ones I wouldn't really consider cheap necessarily. I guess you could get them on sale sometimes, but if you look at them for the most part on Newegg, you're looking at like 90-ish bucks, right? So, I mean, 90 compared to 45 or even 60, you're talking about like 150 to 200% price, right? 1.5 to twice the price. But I don't know. With the case, I know I use cheap cases all the time. It's not necessarily because I think they're more like worth it over a case like this. I like to use them just to see what value you can get out of those cases. But if you can afford to spend more, I'm always of the mindset of spend more on your case. You're going to use it for like 2 to 3 upgrade cycles potentially. A case, for the most part, unless we have a whole bunch of changes in USB standards or technology, a case lasts a really long time. I think with USB-C now, we should be pretty stable on the front I/O changing for a while. You know, you got your USB 3, USB-C, mic, headphone, and then power button. Those are, I think, going to stay standard for a while with the recent-ish introduction of USB-C. How was the LAN, Danny? LAN was really good. Can you guys? Do I sound sick right now? I'm kind of congested. I don't know. I don't know if I got sick during the LAN, after the LAN, or leading up to the LAN. But I've been feeling pretty under the weather the last few days. So, but LAN itself was great, and I'll have previews and stuff to show, and pictures and stuff, or at least one picture. But yeah, LAN was really good. Hype Y60. Wait, is that the thing that the Gamers Nexus made a video about? That's like the blatant ripoff. I can't even find it. Let me see this. I think I saw the thumbnail for that video. Copycat theft. Okay, here we go. Can we get a link for this one though? Game Max Hype. I'm not sure if I've ever used a Game Max case before, but here it is. The Height Y60 clone, which that top panel looks a little different. The other one has more like cutout and ventilation, but pretty much, yeah, looks like a blatant ripoff. How much is this thing? The thing is, you have to be able to buy this, and Game Max, I don't think is a very popular or common brand in the US. 140 bucks from Newegg. It is out of stock. I don't know how many they had in stock to begin with, but I mean, how much is the Height Y60 to begin with? Aren't those like 160, 180 bucks? Oh no, Height Y60s are... That's from Andorama for 130. Wait, whoa! Seriously? Are these on sale? Wait up. Oh, this is used? Oh, these are both used. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I was about to say, why are these so cheap on Andorama? And it's because they are used. But otherwise, we're looking at like 180 bucks. I mean, if you're already going to be spending in the upwards of close to 100, like 140 bucks, 150 bucks, just throw in a little bit extra and get the legit ones. If you're going to buy a knockoff, it needs to be at a bigger discount. Hey, what's up, Zach? How you doing? Andorama selling used cases. First of all, how do you even get used cases? This must be like customer returns, open box. Let me see. That would be my guess, because in what world is it worth it to like sell a used case for them to resell it here? Used, what is this typo? 1YTE. Yeah, my guess, it doesn't look like they have any description on it. Why is it? Wait, why use? Sell high quality used goods, physically examined before we purchase. They purchased it for resale, so this is interesting. I didn't know this about Andorama. Each product is rated. See, it would be different if they said, and this might just be a blanketing statement because Andorama does like camera gear and equipment and stuff too. With stuff like a PC tower, to me, I find it hard to believe that they bought someone's used Height Y60 as opposed to it just being an open box return or something and them just selling it. Yeah, all used goods. This is just like a generic statement that they're putting out. So I wouldn't think that this is actually used as much as it is open box. So this seems like a pretty good price to have it in stock if you want a cheaper Height Y60 without having to go with the cheap knockoff Hype. It's not even Hype Y60. People are just saying that because of the name and similarity, but yeah. But I mean, like I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of these cases, so I'm just looking at this from the outside, finding it kind of funny, but I've got like, you know, no skin in the game here. They do take up a lot of desk space. So does the new Corsair 2500 case that I recently built in and brought to LAN. They're big cases. How many cases out there are just copies of the Lynnwood 011? I mean, there are a lot of cases with similar dual chamber designs. I don't think it's fair to call all of them 011 clones or copycats, because there were cases before the 011 that thought up the dual chamber design. But I think with Lynnwood, their case, the way that they made it stand out was that kind of partial, kind of like where the two chamber doesn't expand to the front of the case fully. You still have this kind of like side opening. But yeah. Sorry if I got you sick. I don't know if you got me sick or if I was also sick and hopefully nobody got super seriously sick. I know Jan was sick actually a little bit coming into the LAN. He said he got something. It wasn't COVID, but yeah. So, I think it's all good. I've just been relaxed and resting up these last few days, but yeah. I built in the height Y60 a lot of room for cable management. Yeah, pretty much every dual chamber case I've worked in has a lot of room for cable management. I built in the height Y60. I built in an 011 Air Mini. I built in the Corsair 2500, as well a bunch of other dual chamber cases that I can't think of off the top of my head. Anytime you do a vertical split instead of like a power supply basement, there's like just so much room to work with. So I personally like those case designs. I wish that case manufacturers would tidy them up a bit to make them more compact, because a lot of these dual chamber designs do have a very big footprint. And like wide front. Oh yeah, the King is another budget dual chamber, so lots of options now. This is the legit one, Chris. We were just looking up. Someone mentioned the hype case. So I was just looking at like what cheap alternatives you could get that's similar, and then we came across Andorama having really cheap used what I think would be E-. Wait. What's this condition E-? Show sign of moderate wear usage. LCD maybe scratch. Barrel, yeah, so this is like camera quality. So they have this at E-. I'm so curious. Whoever's looking for a height case, you should buy this. And let me know the quality of it. Both of these are E- actually. Now that I'm looking at the listing a little bit closer. This one's not as on sale though. Hype case, aptly named. Gamers Nexus just recently released that video, right? Within the last week. I feel like it might have been just even a couple of days ago. So interesting to see how, because right now it's sold out on Newegg. Crap, I went away from it. See if I can find it again. It's not even coming up. Add to the wish list. Yeah, when you go to it, it's got no reviews or anything. So, I mean, it looks like they've sold a number of them. I'm curious to see what the customer reviews are. Because we know Steve from Gamers Nexus can get a little nitpicky sometimes. You could send him a perfect product and he'll still find flaws with it, which is a good thing, right? I've been accused of being nitpicky when I did the, what case was that? It was the DIY PC dual chamber case as well, But someone recently left a comment saying that I was being nitpicky, and it's like, nitpicky is a good thing, because if you as a consumer see someone make like point out flaws about a case and you don't think it's that big of a deal, then that means it's a good product for you, and that the worst things about the case is a non-issue. I think it's really easy to like get complacent in reviewing and just saying a lot of things are like good and decent and like are passable. But to be able to find things that could potentially be flaws to customers, that, you know, takes a lot more work to do. The face when it's almost 2 months is a no video. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do about it? I haven't felt like putting out a video that I would be proud of, and I'm not just gonna put out videos just to meet a quota, which I've done in the past, and I know, and I'm not gonna call any like creators or other channels out, but I know people who have done that, and yeah, it's just not something I want to do. Like, you could clearly see when you're watching a channel when someone puts a video out just to like put one out or to meet a quota versus putting out a video that they're passionate about. So I haven't been in the right mindset to like put out what I would see as a good video. So still taking my time on that, but I'm here every single week on the stream at least, and I'm still putting out shorts that have not been seen in any other videos. So I'm not just not doing anything with my time right now. Danny, thoughts on the Fractal Meshify C? I actually have... Do I still have it? I might. Let me see. My thoughts will depend actually on the price as well. So these are about $100. Okay, so I do have one of these. I have a white one that's sitting in the back there. I think the Fractal Meshify C is a pretty standard box case. Oh, let me pull it up right here. For the price, for what you're getting in the case, I don't think there's much about it that stands out. And by this point in time, how old is this design now? How old is the Meshify C? I don't know. It just feels like a pretty, okay, I don't want to say boring, but a pretty standard box case that doesn't have a lot that sets itself apart from other box cases. I mean, there's plenty of $100 cases that have a tempered glass side panel that has like cable raceways and built-in Velcro ties. That has like this included one. It has 2 included fans. Like, there's so many other cases at the same price point now where they'll drop in quality in other areas, right? Like maybe the metal gauge, or they won't have these rubber grommeted cutouts and stuff, but they'll include 4 ARGB fans and things like that. Also, yeah, the tempered glass attach points, you know, it's the thumb screws to the glass. I kind of hate that design. I feel like that's archaic and it needs to go, especially for a brand like Fractal, which I consider one of the more premium brands. I wouldn't consider Fractal a budget brand by any means. Maybe not ultra premium, but they are one of the nicer brands. So, yeah. My thoughts are, I feel like there are more modernized cases out there for the same price. I'm not sure if I would necessarily buy a Fractal Meshify C at this point in time. Like, I would get like the Pop Mini in those, but the Meshify C, maybe if it was on more of a sale, but at its standard price, not really. Royce Poisey says, I just finished a build in the Corsair 6500D. That's a giant case, right? Yeah, we can take a look at it real quick. Where is it at? General. Just built a 6500D at work. Yeah, so that's like the 2500D except even larger. Let's take a look at these pictures real quick. So you mixed in the deep cool AIO, and then let's see, you got the Corsair fans running the top, front, and bottom, and then on the side with the deep cool cooler. And here's your backside, pretty clean cable management, nice, looks very nice. And it looks like you're going push-pull. You're going push-pull on the radiator because you got these black Corsair fans on this side of it. But on the front side, you had the deep cool fans. What are we looking at here in terms of? I cannot tell what the fan. So it's looking like intake through the front, right? If I'm looking at this right, so we're looking at intake through the front, but then you're exhausting right away out to the radiator, which is fine, and then you have intake through the bottom going up, but also intake through the top going down, and there's no rear exhaust fan. I mean, temperature wise, I don't think this should be an issue. You got a huge AIO on that, as well as usually GPU coolers do a good job regardless of your fan config. I'm just trying to figure out what the airflow pattern is here. So intake, intake, intake. Yeah, so all intake through the top, bottom, and front, and then exhaust through the side through the push-pull configuration, if I'm looking at this correctly. Cyclo, Texas, I have a micro center opening up a few miles away from me in a month. What project should I do? What do you mean by what project? You mean like what PC build you should do? Build whatever you want. You've been saving since they announced it like 10 months ago? Dude, congrats on getting a mic. Where was the nearest micro center prior to this, if you even had one in state? Can they announce a micro center for the Seattle area already, please? Let's do a desperate Google search and see if Micro Center Seattle comes up with any hits. Micro Center opening 3 new stores. This is in the Seattle subreddit. What are the odds for Seattle? This was 1 year ago. So apparently it's not us. Just move. Yeah, right. The cost associated and the headache and the what's it called, annoyances of moving is not worth saving a little bit on computer tech when I could save plenty of money just buying used. Like, Micro Center is great and all, but I would rather deal with the hassle of buying used parts and building an equivalently powerful computer than moving just to be next to a Micro Center. Which I mean, yeah, bro, you know how much like work went into not only buying but then also doing refinances and stuff on our house. I got a 2.875% interest rate. What is the national average interest rate right now for a mortgage? Imagine just right now on Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, current average interest rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage is 6.92% down 5 basis points from a week ago. Almost 7%. Dude, it doesn't even matter. First of all, housing prices are crap. Bundle that with high interest rates, screw that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my low mortgage payments and just deal with slightly higher computer part prices by not having a Micro Center. I think that's the pay cash. Yeah, if only I had cash to just buy a house outright. Living next to Micro Center is greater than a low mortgage rate. See, what's up with this? 2 Micro Centers in Georgia less than 40 miles apart. Any state with multiple Micro Centers that are within an hour from each other, they need to move the Micro Center to places that don't have one. And I'm sure they'll get more business. Because you think that many people in Georgia are going to both Micro Centers compared to if they split that and put one in Seattle and leaving the other one in Georgia? Dude, Seattle is a huge tech hub. You bring a Micro Center here, you will get good business. Okay, we are half an hour in the stream, so let's talk real quick about the LAN this past weekend. So let me bring in the image of our group picture, which I put a little preview on the thumbnail. Okay, here we go. So LAN was awesome. Here's the group picture that we took. So this is the layout that we had for LAN. It was a new layout, even though we've been at James's house like a ton of times. But let's see. Oh, can I zoom in more? But yeah, so we did a perimeter layout, which I'm a huge fan of for these LAN parties because, again, it clears the middle up. You see there's no wires on the ground or anything like that. It gives a better walkway. And right now it looks kind of crowded because people, like, we all turned to the camera. But when everyone's at their desk and like James is turned around at his computer, there's like a big walkway for people to go through without any problems. So yeah, we had a total of 13 people. Sean ended up not showing up. Like, we didn't hear from him all weekend. We still haven't heard from him. So we'll probably hear from him soon. That's just the way he usually is. And then, yeah, that was the only person that we were planned to have and that was missing. So I will go ahead and show the video now. Let me see.
Ready? Yeah.
So this is us moving, or not us. This is James and Jesse. Not James and Jesse. Jesse and Jesse moving the couch. So with James and Tara's house, their living room situation is they have these big couches in the TV room, so we always have to move it. So we have some moving going on here. And then we set up the tables along, again, the edge of the room, so all up against the wall. Here's us getting everything set up. James actually pulled his office desk out, which was an IKEA countertop, similar to what I have. And him and his brother Jesse sat on that. So here's just a quick montage of us setting up. And then we actually had to go buy an extra table because the other people at the table were not arriving till later at LAN. So then Jesse decided we'll buy an extra one and he'll just keep it at his dad's house for future LANs. So there's that set up. Oh yeah. And then here's the setup that I really wanted to kind of show because I thought this was pretty cool. So this is all the cars that were parked in James's driveway. I'll back it up a little bit. So one of the problems that we have, depending on where we go sometimes, is parking. Like at my house, we fill up the parking, but here you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to the blue cars, 6 cars, and then 7 and 8. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but there were 2 trucks in the driveway.
How ridiculous
this black one and then the other white one.
And all the parking on the side of the house.
And then there was more parking on the side of the house, right there. It's like 4 more cars. So there was 12 cars and room for even more on James's driveway. It's crazy.
8 lined up here, and then 4 on the side with extra room for like 2 more. So yeah, we could have fit 14. And then, I mean, we got trucks too. It's not just like small cars. We got like 2 trucks.
And a boat.
And the boat.
And they got the boat on the side of the house there too. Here's a walkthrough of the LAN setup. So, like I said, plenty of room to walk around. Here's with all the computers set up and people on them and stuff like that.
Yes, come down here with me.
I come down. I'm stealing now.
There's a way to.
And here's a panning view from my seat.
Your alternate aim. Because like for controllers, it's this.
Oh, nice, dude.
I don't,
oh my god. Oh, nice,
I don't know
dude.
what it is for keyboard.
Whoa.
Yeah, check it out real quick.
Yeah. And here's the big New Yorker. Let's see.
All right, so this part,
Wait,
we
did
bought
you get a-
pizza from both. No, I was wearing a hat. But, so this part, we bought both Pizza Hut and Domino's Pizza. We did have a little taste test, but we bought a big New Yorker, which, I don't know, like, big New Yorkers, I forgot when Pizza Hut discontinued them, but I remember when I was like, 9, 10 years old, big New Yorkers were very popular from Pizza Hut. I think they were like $10. They're like a huge pizza, and usually one topping. But then they went away for a really, really long time, and then they brought back the big New Yorker. So when we were looking at the Pizza Hut website, that was like one of the more decent deals, even though it was still like $14, I think. Oh no, why did
Pizza Hut.
Okay, but we bought a big New Yorker, and I thought we got a pepperoni.
Where is that?
It was a
Unless
cheese
there's
one.
pepperoni underneath the cheese, which I don't think there is.
Doesn't look
Oh
pepperoni.
man, you know what we didn't do? We didn't check before we left Pizza Hut.
Domino's is the one that told us to
We
check.
checked before we
Pizza
left
Hut.
Domino's.
Well, no, because Domino's, they had a
That's not
sign.
your problem.
They
That's
say-
Pizza Hut's problem.
Domino's reminds you as you walk in and say, hey, you're picking up, check your order.
Yeah,
Did
'cause-
not do that.
Wow.
So we were stuck with a
Oh,
cheese
well.
pizza.
It's
You
fine.
mess up a lot. You should check them out.
Well, Pizza Hut doesn't got because there's no pepperoni on
And
it.
they got, wait, where's
I
the
ordered you, so if you leave, that's on you.
receipt's right here?
So I think it was
Large
our
sub
bad
cheese
because
and then extra large big
even
New
though the
Yorker.
picture on the
It
website
says
when we were
cheese.
ordering had pepperoni, we
I
should have
thought
checked
it
the
de- I
order
thought it
and the
defaulted
receipt,
to the
and we should have checked the
pepperoni
pizza
when
at the
you
store.
ordered.
Pepperoni on it.
So that was our fault.
Oh my god.
false advertising.
That was false.
I mean, we did mess up by not double checking, but whatever. People like cheese, so.
I like cheese.
This LAN, I reached out
Okay,
to the company
and then I
to try to
mentioned
get
that
it for
during
everybody, as I usually try to do.
I did
And
get a
actually reached out-
sponsor. This isn't like a sponsor because like we didn't get paid or anything, but I did get some cool stuff for the crew.
To a pretty big company, and this is something that everyone can take home with them after the fact, but you can use it here at LAN too. And it is a giant desk pad from Linus Tech Tips. Official LTT merch. So I measured half of one of these. Oh, is that upside down?
So
I measured
Linus
half of the
LTT
old
store,
this
they
old
sent us
purpose
desk mats
to each
for
half. So
to
each
support the
person gets
LAN,
one of these.
which I thought was pretty cool.
You get a desk mat.
Waiting for someone to drop it.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't drop it. Don't leave
So everyone
the
got their own
person that
giant
drops
desk
it.
mat, and you'll see us installing them onto the tables or putting them on the tables.
In a video.
They take up pretty much exactly one half of a table. So these will just be used for LAN, to have a nice mounting surface as well as like, protect the tables. You know, we don't need to protect the cheap tables.
Shit, it's huge.
Oh, if they double crater, double fail.
Yeah, so here's a shot of like the desk mat covering all the tables.
I didn't play the game, I played the guy.
There's a chart for critical hit.
And here's some of the food, not all of it, but
And I just put some apple wood in here.
Oh, nice. Start a smooth flavor into it.
Yeah. You won't really tell on the hot dogs, but on the burgers and the beef, you will.
weather was nice, so we were able to grill.
Good, I think. I have it up there so it's not really going to get the grill marks.
Yeah.
I don't have it in the husk,
So I wonder if it's like.
but I was just letting it. Oh, it's definitely warming up when I have the lid on. Ooh, those are
Making lots of noise now.
Yeah, I can hear the olive oil bubbling.
How long do those usually cook for?
I actually don't know. Here, I want you to look at it just to see. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's
This team. Here we got this brisket thing from Costco, which is really good too. It's
Nice. Yeah, there
pre-marinated.
you go.
We just slow cooked it and smoked it.
Perfect.
And then we made some afrittata.
And we just keep adding. We're gonna keep mixing it in until we get a nice color.
Those noises,
That's fun.
yum. All right, and that's all I could pull because there's so much footage to pull from. But yeah. So that LAN video coming whenever, probably not for a few months. But it was a really good LAN party. We played some new games. We played one called Omega Strikers. Anyone play that or heard of that? It was pretty fun because it's like playing air hockey. In 3v3 groups. Yeah, so Omega Strikers is a free game. You can make your own in-house matches. So whenever we had like small group time or like free play, we got on this. The final, yeah, we played the finals as well. Because you could also make private custom lobbies for the finals. We did play the finals. This was really fun, especially when you're playing against all people you know. It becomes like less competitive and just more like dicking around. So yeah, these two games were the two new games that we played. I'm trying to think if we played anything else that was new. Grand Theft Auto brought back some of the fun adversary modes, so we played quite a bit of that as well. Yeah, the only thing about the finals is I could see it the way that the game format is it's pretty frustrating because it's a system of you have to collect and bank as opposed to just like accumulating points from killing, right? So you could kill and like do really good in terms of like kill death ratio and stuff like that. But if someone gets you at the last minute and steals all the money that you're about to bank, you basically have nothing to show for it, for the work that you've done. So that could get pretty frustrating in a more competitive setting. Yeah. Oh, you play platform? So we only played the banking mode, but we played it in-house only. So only amongst us. So that was really fun. But yeah. But, yeah, very successful LAN. Next one is planned for my house here in the fall time frame. So I'm trying to already think of like, things to do like for fun, potential sponsors, stuff like that. So yeah, I think the video for this one should be good though. Oh, another thing, I'm not sure if you noticed in that footage or if it came through on the stream. I don't know if my streams are 60 FPS, but I did record this entire LAN party in 60 FPS. So hopefully that, because it's like vlogging run and gun footage, 60 FPS hopefully will make it like less blurry. And so that when I'm like panning and stuff like that, it's more clear to see. So, the stream is 60 FPS. So hopefully all that preview I just showed you was also in 60 FPS. Because it should be notably smoother. Because every LAN party video I've done in the past has been 30 FPS. Partially because literally the files are half the size. When you go up to 60 FPS, you double in file size essentially. But hopefully this makes it worth it. We'll see. Oh, and we did eat LAN. So we finished the whole Costco box of Dino Nuggies this time around. We have not done that in a very long time. So the strategy to get through the Dino Nuggies is basically early on Fridays before we order pizza, make a bunch of snacks. And then make some for breakfast on Saturday and Sunday to go along with the breakfast sandwiches. That's how you get through the Dino Nuggies. we have used Dino Nuggies as like the full meal before with like tater tots as like, you know, like a midnight dinner or something. But Dino Nuggies as a snack, if you just like make a basket full of them and put them in a bowl, people will just walk over, grab some, eat it, and then slowly munch on them. So that's the strat of keeping Dino Nuggies a core part of LAN and making sure they don't go to waste. Yeah. NZXT says, now you know why LAN is only a couple times a year. Everyone would weigh 300 pounds. We actually, I mean, we actually always overbuy on food. It's because it's better to have more food than to have people wanting or not getting enough, right? So, like, we buy, like, snacks and chips, and then, like, I think hot dogs, we only got through, like, half the hot dogs and burgers because we get enough so that each person can have one hot dog or one burger, but not everybody has one of each. Like, I ended up not even eating a burger. I just ate a hot dog, and I was good with that. I kind of wish I had a burger, but there was so much food that I didn't need to, or I didn't get a chance to even eat everything without stuffing myself and feeling like gross and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, there was Dino Nuggets. You just had to check the air fryer randomly, Martin. Yeah. We had them all the way up until Sunday morning, I think. I had some on Sunday morning with my breakfast sandwich. It was just, we never announced Dino Nuggets. They were just, people just made them as they wanted. So yeah. You eat like I do on 4th of July in that regard. Yeah. I mean, we treated it like a weekend holiday, and, you know, grilled and all that, so. I have to have 4K 60 HDR. I'm worth it, lol. No way. I don't think I would ever film an entire LAN party stories in 60 FPS 4K. You know how much storage space that would take? So I looked at the footage. Let me see if I can bring it up. But I looked at the footage. Let me open my project file. Let me add the window here. Window capture. Okay, so like here is the timeline, right? For it. What are we looking at here? So if I zoom in to the end, we're looking at 16.5 hours of total footage. Now imagine having 16.5 hours of total footage at 4K 60 FPS. That would be a ridiculous amount of storage. But yeah, so there's the timeline. Let me drag this back. Yeah, so it's just a lot. You burn a good chunk of the calories moving PC rigs back and forth, though. I had to move my main PC. The tower alone is now 82 pounds. Yeah, dude, the Corsair 2500 case with like the AIO and everything in it, it's gotta be at least 40 pounds. I have not weighed it, but I think it's like 40 to 50 pounds. And it's a micro ATX case. It is heavy. It was funny when I was at Costco looking for a Kinder's Butter Steakhouse stuff because a couple of gamer looking guys were looking for it too. So they probably watched No Hub too. That would have been funny. So dude, Costco, they have not carried the Kinder's buttery steakhouse for a while. They carried everything except for it. But yeah, we did not use this time around because we didn't have any just raw meats. We had either pre-marinated stuff or burgers, and I guess this would be I think this would be good on a burger. So we'll see what weather's looking like, whether or not we grill at the next LAN. 1 second. Let me check. HPH. I think there's a door-to-door roofer company. Yeah, I'm not gonna answer this. I need a no solicitor sign. What is exactly? What is a gamer-looking guy? If you had to describe gamer-looking guys that you saw at a Costco, what would your description of them be? You just found everything bagel seasoning and it changed your life? Yeah, your whole crew for real. Baby looking gamer. Cheeto stained sweatpants. Wow. Okay, let me make sure these aren't people casing the house. Dude, I swear, man. You guys have a problem with door-to-door salesmen trying to sell you on new roofing for your house, siding, extermination, all that crap? Do you guys have signs that say no soliciting? For some reason, it's one of my biggest pet peeves because I'm a huge pushover. I'll say no, but I'll still have that 10 to 15 minute conversation with them because they are so trained at marketing that they don't give you a moment to insert yourself into the conversation. They will just spiel off for 10 minutes straight, and I feel bad about interrupting them, so I wait for a good enough gap to tell them I'm not interested. And even when I say I'm not interested, they still have their checklist of what to say to keep the conversation going. So I just need to get a no soliciting sign so that when they do come up, I just point at that and close the door. I am too nice. Yeah, see, I don't interrupt them. Get a lot of mowers in Florida. Do you ever get the mowers that offer to do the free mowing because they record it and put it on YouTube for free? Walmart has Girl Scout Thin Mint Seasoning Blend. Yum. Is that a thing? Even if you say no, they come back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this HPH company has come multiple times. This is what we're going to do. No soliciting signs. What is the best one? Just a simple digitally printed, durable UV. I don't want to waste their time. I mean, I think part of their job is having their time wasted because they have a 99% rejection rate, I bet. You have this far right one? How big is this thing? Is this just a sticker? I want one that's kind of nicer. Let's see. Adhesive signs. What is this made out of? Simple peel off, protective backing. Acrylic material. Okay, here we go. Yeah, $7. I might just pick this up right now. Walmart has nice ones for $3. Yeah, I need to get that. Gamer guys are covered in RGB drip. I'm not sure about that. I think here. Gamer look. We're gonna try to find. Oh my goodness, what is this? Is this like an AI? Look at that back hunch. Grotesque model. Wait, this is from Daily Mail. Okay, what is this? Deathly pale and pot-bellied with a PlayStation thumb. Grotesque model reveals what avid gamers could look like in 20 years' time, thanks to hours hunched over their consoles. Huh. I like the shape of the head on this one. They used you as a model. Yeah, the headphone dent, which I heard isn't a real thing. I think it's just temporary, right? Console gamers, that's funny too. Gamer body type. Is this the only thing that's gonna come up? I'm trying to find actual examples. Typical gamer. Like, is this what you guys were thinking? Why is it only one person? It's because this guy's name is Typical Gamer. Wait, what? No, it's not. Oh yeah, his name is Typical Gamer. Oh. Average AMD user. Yeah, gamers can look like anyone, guys. Come on, don't stereotype. Here, stereotypical gamer. There we go. That's what we were trying to get. It took us that many searches to find the stereotypical gamer. I don't think this would be reflective anymore, but the South Park WoW guy. Am I the gamer stereotype? Boogie. Back when he was still relevant. I'm scared of the headphone dent. That's why I use earbuds or open run. I was wearing a hat when I wore my headphones, but... Yeah, Lieutenant Crazy Legs Mellow, I did do the preview. You're going to have to like rewind a bit to find it. I think it was like 4 or 5 minutes long. Did you know the South Park WoW guy is Pirate Software's dad? I did not. Okay, let me see. We've gone through all the LAN stuff. I do have a hard cutoff at 7 today. Because me and Melissa are doing something tonight, but we still have an hour of stream left just to chill. Ask Dolly to make you a typical gamer. Can I just use Dolly without making an account? I probably need to make an account. They want to track all this stuff. What is the newest Dolly? Maybe then is this one free? Try and check GPT. Can I use the free Dolly image generator? Alright, give me a second. Let me see. I have I have Midjourney. Okay, we got Midjourney here. Let's take a look. Typical computer gamer. Wait, you gotta create. It's been so long since I've done this. It's like /imagine. Here we go. We're getting the Midjourney. I actually need to cancel my Midjourney subscription. I subscribed to it so that I could make some images, not of these kitty cats. This was just me messing around, but This is the image they came up with. I'm not DMing Amaranth. Which one was the Amaranth? Which one was the Amaranth? There is no Amaranth on here. Okay. What? Seriously? This is what Midjourney thinks of a typical PC gamer? I guess I didn't pick the art style. This has like a very futuristic punk look to it. Image of a typical computer gamer in a realistic style, photograph style. I mean, Midjourney is pretty cool because like these images, aside from like the fingers looking weird, you know, they look at first glance like, you know, pretty cool works of art. But this is not what we were going for. I almost look like the old dude, says James Ray. Alright, let's see what Midjourney is doing here. Oh, here we go. Interesting, no women. Midjourney doesn't think PC gamers can be women. Gaming in the woods. Dude, look at this. Hands aside, like the hands and stuff, whatever, but these are some crazy images. This one's got weird stuff going on with the fingers and the freaking cables everywhere. This one, aside from like the ring and pinky finger being like long and the hand kind of blending into the keyboard, this looks really real. He's got two computers next to him. Why are they all playing Frozen Throne or Battlefield? Wait, which one's Frozen Throne? Oh. This one too. Let's take a look at this one. I mean, this image isn't bad at first glance. What looks unrealistic about it? Maybe the glass is kind of, if you look very close right there, melting into his face. Or like part of the frame is like detached or floating. The hands always give it away. Yeah, the weird fingers over here. Bottom right guy, that's Putin. Do a new search in the years 2040? God, that dial-up modem. Real OGs. The couch has laptop air vents. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Good eye. Yeah. And of course, anything with words on it is like you can't distinguish what it's saying. Will 7800 XT do 4K? Depends on what your definition of 4K is. You playing League of Legends at 4K or Valorant? Or are you trying to do like, you know, like Cyberpunk? Because the 7800 XT is only a $500 card. Call of Duty. And you're trying to push for a high refresh rate? I can do 60, 4K 60 no problem. This is actually, let's see if we can find any results on this. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, 7800 XT, 4K. Before we look at the results though, and I'm assuming this is gonna be like at medium settings, if I can even find a video that shows that. But 4K medium settings, yeah, I'm not imagining it doing more than like 60, 70, maybe 80 FPS. But extreme and low, here we go. So this is only 5 months ago. Let's take a look. All right, we're looking at 4K Ground War Extreme. Can we get better quality in here? Here we go. This is recorded at 4K. Okay, so average is actually in the hundreds. Mins, 1% lows. 1% lows, it dips down to like 26. Let's see. Let's look at Mosh Pit Extreme. So Mosh Pit, we're looking at 100, almost 120 average on here if you look at here. Modern Warfare 3 is the newest one. And let's take a look at, so we looked at Ground War and then Mosh Pit. Let me see another example. So actually it's looking like it's in the 100-ish FPS. Is that good enough for you at 4K? If so, then it looks like this might be good enough. Okay, here's 4K extreme settings. What is this at? So we're looking at 90. So this is with the 7800 XCD. We're looking at, on average, let's look at near the end of the run. So yeah, about 100 FPS. I mean, it's gonna fluctuate, but this is also single. Was this single player? Yeah, this looks like a single player mission. So it's gonna vary depending on if you're on like a multiplayer map versus a single player mission. But I mean, across both videos and across the different scenarios, we are looking at like 100, and if not closer to like 120, depending on the map. What used GPU would be the best? I mean, how much do you have to spend? Definitely playable. Personally prefer higher refresh rate than resolution, says Broisy Poisey. Yeah, I don't know if I would ask the question what GPU would be the best buy for 4K without knowing how much you have to spend to begin with. You asked the 7800 XT, is that because that's around what your budget can be? Around like $500, $600-ish dollars? I'm looking for as low as possible. It's going to be the HT PC. Oh, so it's going to be like HT PC, living room PC. So you want to still be able to play 4K on like your TV. I mean, yeah, you could just upscale and just enable FSR. And you could go with the 7800 XT. I would say just buy the best graphics card you could get. It's kind of weird how you're limiting yourself while still wanting such a premium feature of 4K gaming. Like most people, when they start going into like their list of requirements, if they're saying like 4K, high refresh rate, stuff like that, they don't try to get like the cheapest thing possible to achieve that, because that is quickly going to become outdated. You already have a B450 board, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah. I mean, I would do what everyone else is suggesting. Upscale. How close are you sitting to your TV that you need all that actual native 4K detail? Jason says, just get a PS5 unironically, lol. Well, he just said Call of Duty, but he might also play other games that and have other uses for the computer. Like when I have an HTPC, I also actually use my TV as a screen for my computer when I do stuff. So a PS5 unfortunately can't replace that. Like usually people with an HTPC, they'll set it up and use it for, I think, more than what a console could serve. You have an AMD Ryzen 7800 XT3, had a 3070, and it was getting 140 to 150 FPS in Modern Warfare 2. Or Modern Warfare 3, upgraded to 3090 for the win, and the FPS dropped to 120 years. Can't figure out why. How are you even testing this? Are you using the benchmarking level? I would have tested both cards in multiple titles. That definitely doesn't sound right. Going from a 3070 to 3090, you should not get FPS drop. But you can't just be testing like a random like multiplayer match between the two. You have to keep it very controlled scenarios. So I would have used single player games, single player maps, or just straight up benchmarking software. Like start with 3D Mark Firestrike and just see between the two cards, are the results looking right? Look at like Unigen stuff, Unigen superposition, test the two cards, see if the numbers are reflecting, and see if it's a problem specifically with Modern Warfare, with the card, or with what. So oh snaps, Vin Nguyen says, I saw a Honda Fit in Oregon parked at a Catholic church with a Nerd on a Budget sticker on the rear bumper. Is that your friend? Yes, I know exactly who that is. That was my friend from college and my old roommate, his dad. I gave his dad a sticker this past summer at my friend's wedding because I saw his dad there. I was telling him about what I did on YouTube, and then I had a sticker in my backpack, so I gave it to him. So he said, cool, he'll put it on his car. Yeah. That Honda Fit used to belong to my friend, but then he sold it to his dad. But man, small world. Very cool to see. Asian dude is suggesting you should double check to see if you have resizable bar back on in the BIOS. Start there. It would be weird for resizable bar to turn off on a graphics card swap. I've not had that happen, but that is a good suggestion. I don't know though. See, the thing about resizable bar is, even though it does have a performance impact, I've never seen it have more. So 100 and let's say 150 to 120-ish FPS, that's like a 20% drop. 30 FPS off of 150. Yeah, that's 20%. Resizable bar typically has like single-digit performance impacts. So while that is a good suggestion, I don't think that would be it. Yeah, do you still have the 3070? Because something's not adding up here. But without having two cards and being able to like test them more thoroughly, it's really hard to say what your issue could be. Typical Sock says, yo, we should do PC reviews. Yeah, we can do PC review submissions. Anytime people do post anything, I do take a look at it. In the stream submissions, nobody has posted. Someone did post today. I want to see what the main man says, the almighty, about what? What is Daily Suck asking? Please don't judge. Oh, this was posted last week. After stream ended, or near the end of stream. So someone put, okay. Please don't judge. Daily Sock says they've got an i3 12100F, power color, Radeon RX 6600, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte PCIe Gen 4 SSD. Forgot the about mobile. Also, I was wondering what cheap GPU I should upgrade next. What cheap GPU? What's your definition of cheap? You've already got a 6600. The next minimal upgrade I would do would be a 6700 XT. Like, I wouldn't, with the 6600, I wouldn't say it's worth it to jump up to an XT. You would have to go like a couple of tiers up. So without jumping to like a 6700 XT, 6800 or 6800 XT, I mean, you're looking at a minimum of like $300-ish, if not more. I don't know if that's necessarily cheap. But any of the AMD cards up on the product stack should be fine. With regards to the picture that you sent, I wish you would have included the whole PC and not just like it cut off. Like, I want to see what the front of the PC looks like too. Also, a lot of this picture is reflection. If you turn off the light in the room, it should help with lowering the amount of reflection on the glass. The 12100F and the 6600, I think that's a perfectly fine pairing. Madness Rising. The channel has had a Discord server for like, has it been like almost 2 years now? Or has it been over 2 years? I forget. Maybe it's only been like a year and a half or something. But yeah, the Discord server, it's a pretty chill Discord server. It's not like one of those mega servers that has like tens of thousands of people. It's a small community, and I have been not doing a good job of being super active in there, unfortunately. I was at the very start pretty active in there, but then like most Discord servers where there's like a huge amount of excitement at the beginning, it kind of like teeters off and dies off. But I do like to use the Discord server as a place for people to be able to post links and stuff that I could get to, because YouTube doesn't let normal commenters and viewers post links due to potentially malicious links and stuff like that. It is, okay, yeah, see, it's crazy how much time has passed. I think you're right. It's been, because I started the Discord server like kind of near the fall/winter season in one of the years. So I think we passed 2 years by this point. Yeah. Yeah, Zach has a really good Discord server that's very active, and he posts like tons of deals and stuff like that. I am not trying to be like what Zach's server is. That's, to me, it's too big to try to like maintain. And the thing is, why have multiple servers where it's the same people going to all of them? I've mentioned this before, like aside from like my small community that I have on my server, if you want like a big server, you should join like the PCMR one, maybe the Linus Tech Tips one, or Zach's one, if you want that big community feel. But I don't feel like we need another mega server of PC enthusiasts, and I'm not spearheading that, so yeah. I heard Discord is going to start injecting ads into the channels now. Interesting, I've not heard that, and if they started doing that, hopefully it's not intrusive, but we'll see. Can you send a link to your server? It should be in the description. Let me know if that link is dead. I can generate a new one. But it should be in the description of this stream, actually. It's open. Yes, you do need your phone verified. I'm sorry. If you don't want to verify your phone, then I'm sorry you can't join the server. It's just another added layer of protection, because we have had people join and spam and promote malicious links. Yeah. It keeps the trolls out. Like, it is so easy to just create an infinite amount of email accounts to make a bunch of Discord servers because you got banned or got, you know, whatever. But having something like the phone number, it is a surefire way to limit. Sure, people could go out and buy another phone number or another phone plan just so that they could make another Discord account because they got banned. But that's a lot just to troll on Discord. So I think it's a good security measure. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Kevin? How you doing? No worries about being late. It's all good. Do what you got to do. Server goes hard. Danny posts uncensored shower scenes from LAN parties. I don't know about that. All right, you posted more pictures. Ooh, we got some more posts. Let me see. Here we go. Here's some nice pictures. We'll get to the other people's submissions, but this got me excited. When you guys post high quality pictures like this, here we go. All right, so here is your build. Yeah, in terms of your specs, I mean, upgrading graphics cards, I would definitely... You've already got a pretty decent graphics card to go with your i3 12100. If you want to upgrade it, I think the next logical step is like the 6700 XT if you can afford it, or 6800 XT, whichever one is within your budget. Yeah, these are, wow. And you actually have a Bit Phoenix Nova case, which we talked about earlier on the stream. I like this case. It's a pretty simple, you know, box case, but this looks really nice. Thank you for uploading better pictures. Just a word of advice to anyone who does want to post pictures for us to look at during the stream and critique and stuff like that. Post pictures like this where you see the whole build in the image. The lighting is decent. You know, it's not overblown from your ceiling light or anything like that. And then post some detailed close-up pictures so we can see the cable management. But yeah, overall, these new updated pictures are pretty nice. Let me look at this cable management again. I think overall you have a pretty clean build. The cable, the cutouts on the Bit Phoenix aren't the best. Because a lot of the times you see the cutouts on these cases, they have like the long vertical type of cutouts. But this one just has like this big kind of like wide one where you see a lot of your cable instead of hiding a majority of it. So, I mean, this is pretty much as clean as you can get without going behind the motherboard. But it still looks like, because you have a white case and these black cables, it looks like you have kind of a bit of a mess going on here. But I think you did the best with what you could do. Yeah. All right, we got Law posting this 7700 XT build with the i9 12900K. This is another bare bones system sold by Micro Center. I mean, and you got the straps on this. This is like an Asus case, right? I forgot what the case is, but very, very clean build. A lot of reflections, so it's kind of hard to see on the inside. But Asus 502, yeah. I think that was the bundle deal we looked at the other week. The crazy bundle deal for the bare bones kit, but very nice. Roy C with the Asus X Evangelion O2 collaboration. So let's take a look at all these. This looks like a huge case, man. And I'm thinking these handles are actually usable. Dude, look at that sag bracket. That thing is beefy. But yeah, this case is so big. What's up, Shauner? Did you have your game night tonight? How was that? Clean cable management though. Pretty clean in the back. Yeah. Pretty cool case. But it looks like a lot of added bulk. Like this protrusion in the front. I don't imagine there being much useful space behind there. I mean, you got the flat area for the, either for the fans or AIO in the front, but then you have, it looks like it sticks out quite a bit more than where you would mount the fans and stuff. Yeah. Wisdom teeth out Monday, so at your parents. Ooh, wisdom teeth. When did I get those out? I got those out probably in my like, mid to late 20s. That was not fun. But yeah, hope for a speedy recovery. Let me see, do I have the picture still? Yeah, when I got my wisdom teeth out, my face swelled up so much. It looked like you would have put like a fat filter on me. But yeah, very, very cool looking build. So checks out, yeah. You're in your mid-20s now, so checks out. Just crave KFC mashed potatoes for a week. I'm trying to remember. I think what I ate was blended up pho. If you've never done this before, if you're ever craving pho, just order some to-go pho, make the bowl, and then dump it all into like I think I used a bullet blender, a Ninja or something like that, and I blended it up. And then I just drank that. It was like mush, but it still had the full pho flavor. And you know, there's like the shredded up meat and noodles and everything inside. And I was able to just drink that as my meals when I had my wisdom tooth taken out. And I had a lot of congee too. But yeah, those are the meals that I remembered most from my wisdom tooth extractions. You did egg drop, soup, and rice pudding. This time ramen without any slurping and milkshakes. Nice. Oh, so you're able to chew by this point. Yeah, in the first days before I was able to even chew, I just drank liquefied pho. Okay, what do we have here? We have the Ryzen 5900X, 32 gigs of RAM, 36, 100 mega transfer per second, 2080 Ti, Arc A380. Wait, this was the one that we posted last week, right? Where was it? Yes, it was. Yeah, so we saw this one, and then I didn't grill it, but I also mentioned that it was a little dusty. No updated pictures, Avery, from you dusting your computer out? This is the same image. I want to see an updated one where you actually dusted your computer. We saw this one the previous week, Shauner, and I also mentioned that it was dusty as well. No filter. Well, I mean, no, even if your case does have a filter, it could get this dusty. I mean, this amount of dust isn't the worst that I've seen. I mean, if we go to PCMR, I'm pretty sure I recently saw a dusty PC that was way worse. Oh, here's one from a year ago. This one is a pretty kicked on layer dust, but that's not the worst we've seen. Rate my dust. Okay, look at this. This is ridiculous. Everything except for the caps poking out in the heatsink. This is a carpet. I have to wonder how real this is though. If you stretch a pair of pantyhose over your computer, it will never get dusty and won't affect airflow. I don't know if it won't affect airflow. I mean, so you're just saying use pantyhose as air filters, right? N2 Tech? Has anyone done that before? Pantyhose PC dust filter. Oh, look. Someone made a PSA about this on Build a PC. Dust getting inside your computer, use tight/pantyhose. Almost most modern computer cases now come with dust filters. You can easily... Wait, although most modern computer cases come with dust filters, you can easily use tights pantyhose as an active dust filter. Buy some cheap dark ones. Okay, cut off the extra bit. Yeah, but it looks terrible. Okay, I want to actually see it in use. Pantyhose upgrade. Here we go. All right, this is a modern, you know, Corsair 4000 or 5000D. I can't tell from this angle case.
It brings a lot of dust.
Oh. First of all, it already has a dust filter. Let's see what he does. So he takes that out.
stuff the filter into one leg of the tights.
What is... That was the point. Well, maybe it was because the filter was not fine enough, so he wanted something finer to get, like what N2Tech said, zero dust inside.
Halfway down the leg. So we're about there. And all I'm going to do is cut the ends off. Just cutting off.
I feel like that's going to affect airflow. N2Tech is saying it doesn't affect airflow. I'm not sure if this video is going to show proof of it or not.
So it's just basically sleeved.
Let's see this person reinstall it in the computer. Oh, there it is.
It just kind of looks like the front of a speaker cabinet now.
I don't think they mentioned anything about temperature. Linus Tech Support suggested this idea. Did Linus suggest it? I don't remember that. How to attach them to the honeycomb portions of that case. Does the fans run louder? Have you run higher constant temps? High. Yeah, the fans will run a bit higher to compensate unless you alter the fan curve. Have you tried only stockings without the internal filter? Was thinking, okay, so they didn't do it. I feel like there's like a happy medium between letting some dust in versus having the filter catch all of it and caking it up and then being completely clogged. Like, even if a light amount of dust still gets through the stock filter on a case like this, it's little enough where if you still blow your computer out every couple of months, it's not a big deal. But if you put this filter on, I feel like the filter, even though it catches all the dust, it becomes a caked on wall, which, I mean, I guess isn't the end of the world if it makes it easier so that you only have to clean one component and not have to open up the PC case. Yeah, that's the thing about any type of cleaning or maintenance, right? If you wait an entire year to clean, you're going to be putting in a lot more time and effort to get it back to like, you know, the beginning state. But if you take like 20-30 seconds to dust every couple of months instead, it'll prevent anything from being able to get really caked on and stuck. So yeah, I mean, I've learned that about our house too, right? Like getting hard floors now. If I sweep and maintain more and mop, it stuff doesn't get a chance to really stick and like, you know, become a nuisance to clean. Cleaning your PC is so 2023, just buy a new one and throw away the old PC. You know what's funny? I think I've run into people who basically have had that mentality. I have gotten old PCs from friends or family or, you know, that they basically have never cleaned a day in its entire lifetime. And they give it to me when they upgrade to a new PC. So effectively, that's what happened. They never cleaned it, and then they just gave it to me and then upgraded to a new computer. Every 6 months, there's little to no dust. If you have pets, monthly is a good idea. Yeah. Pets, as much and as lovable as they are, oh man, they just make a huge mess around the house. And, you know, on anything electronics. I knew someone in high school who sprayed every day and would use wipes on his keyboard and mouse and stuff. Wow, he babied it like crazy. I mean, people who are germaphobes, I understand, but to keep it clean or like to keep it in pristine condition, I feel like that much cleaning, especially if you use like solutions and stuff, that would degrade it quicker if you're cleaning it that often. I remember that cockroach PC you cleaned a few years back. Dude, looking back at that cockroach PC, I'm so glad there was no live cockroaches that ended up crawling out of it and laying eggs somewhere in my house and infesting my home with cockroaches. Like, I'm so lucky that that didn't happen. God, that was so disgusting. At the time, I just went with it because I was like, there's cockroaches in this PC. This is like great content. But looking back, like, first of all, I didn't know that there's cockroaches until I had the PC in my home and opened it up. But once I opened it up and saw it, my reaction wasn't like, oh my God, get this thing out of my house instantly. It was like, oh man, this is some content. But yeah, looking back, I probably should have quickly gotten that out of my room as soon as possible. It was disgusting. The amount of roaches that were like smushed together in that PC was something I've never seen before in electronics. Did I say no cockroaches? They were not harmed in the making of the video because they were already dead by that point. Arcadia Accord says, I'm finally getting my first gaming PCs tomorrow. So excited. Went with Build Redux. Arcadia, I'm actually very curious how you ended up with Build Redux out of the other companies that are available. Get some snake food from Petco and put in the PC makes for good content. Yeah, get like some dead rodents and just like squish them in there. Yeah, so Build Redux, I recently saw, I don't know which Linus video it was, but they did have a Build Redux read. And I feel like it must be working. But Build Redux, do you know which build tier you got? Arcadia? I'm curious to pull it up just to look at it. Build Redux, I follow them from time to time. When they first came out, they had really, really good value systems. Over time, I feel like once they got popular and a customer base, they started increasing their prices to become less competitive. You got the good tier PC. Okay, let's take a look at it. Build Redux, you got the good tier. Hey, look, they still have me on their website. I never told them to take me down, but my review of Build Redux is not a reflection of, because this was like 3 years ago or something like that. It's not reflective of their value now. But you got the good system for $1280. Okay, so this is the one that you got. So let's view the build. I'm a little upset with Redux. They keep reusing the same case. Yeah, I'm surprised. They have used this case for the last, pretty much since they came into existence. They have not switched out this Cooler Master case, the TD500. So for the total cost is a little bit under $1,300. And we're looking at a RTX 4060 with a 12400F, 16 gigs of RAM. We're just gonna look at the price breakdown and see if they're fair about it. So you're looking at a terabyte drive. So like the 12400F for 150, that I believe is pretty reflective of its going price. Yeah. So where would they put 150? It looks like they're going for 140, but that's close enough. I'm not going to make a big huge think about that. The 4060 for 320, that's about right. I think you can get some for a little bit cheaper, but around the 300 bucks. So maybe 10 bucks over here, like 20 bucks over here. 16 gigabytes of, I don't know what kind of RAM they use, but 45 bucks isn't too far off. They're charging, but if they give you the RGB one, I think that's 40 bucks. Let's see. If they do indeed give you the RGB one, those do go for 35. So not too far from 40. Is this on sale? You also you gotta realize too that, let me look at the price history on Vetted. Yeah, so the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo, I mean, there is a fair amount of time where it is about the $40 or higher price range. And they're not going to update their website like every single day. So $40 is, if it's the image they show. They really should put RGB though, and not just Hyper 212 Evo, so that people will know that it's not the lower cost version. Shauner saying the 12600 KF has dropped to around. Yeah, but I mean, as much as I love hunting for deals and stuff, we can't expect these you know, system integrators to constantly be shifting prices based on sales and stuff. You got to go with like the average price that it's been from, you know, Amazon or whatever. Unfortunately, right? The TD500, $130 of the case. Oh man, is that how much this case really costs? What is so special about this case to make it that expensive? Maybe that it's kitted with fans? No, they add fans in for another $50. 750 watt power supply, assuming it's a good one. $90 isn't too unheard of. A B760, it's got Wi-Fi. For $160 though, seems on the pricier side. I was gonna build it myself originally, but I didn't feel comfortable, at least with this. You can make upgrades over time. Yeah, you're right. The good thing about something like this is that they do use off-the-shelf parts. So this is all very upgradable. Windows 11 is $123. I really don't like how they charge that much, because there's no way they're paying $123 for Windows 11. Like, they should honestly not. I don't think they should profit off of the Windows 11. Looking at this price, Windows 11 Home, we could get it for this much. They're definitely getting it bulk volume or something, so. Again, you can't base it off of Black Friday prices, right? Like, whatever the price is, sure. But, I mean, come on, try to pass off some sales. Because they're not only making $99 on here. I'm sure they're making $10, $15 on random parts throughout. Because they're not paying retail pricing for a 12400F. They're definitely buying it and getting like distributor prices. I doubt they are not. Oh, I don't know if they're using black market keys. So one thing about companies like Build Redux and stuff like that, I actually don't think they're using black market keys. Because of the limitations that black market keys has. Plus, because if you read the fine print of it, I'm pretty sure it goes something along the lines of, this is used for like bulk volume, like OEM systems or stuff like that. And I don't think these are marketed as like OEM systems in that way. Like, I think if you were to, did I look at the Windows key? I think it was a retail key when I searched. Let me look at my Build Redux video. It's been so long that I've forgotten. But let me see if I actually check. Can I go to YouTube, please?
Switch to Chrome to protect yourself.
Heck yeah. Hopefully I'm getting paid watching this ad on my own video. Okay. Windows. Boot up. Let me see. Do I check Windows? Did I not check the Windows key type? I know I've done it for some videos before, but man, I should have totally done it here. Yeah, it doesn't look like I did. Dang. Missed opportunity. But if I had to bet, I would think that they don't use gray market keys. I would be fairly confident that they use, actually, you can check. Did you just waste all your hard-earned money? No. You didn't waste your money. You spent $1,280 on this PC. If someone were to build this themselves, they could probably build it for under $1,000. But you didn't want to build it yourself, so you paid a company to, which paying an extra $300 isn't the end of the world. That's just how much it costs to have someone else build, test, and give you a warranty and stuff like that. You might have paid a little bit more than if you were to go with a different company, but at the end of the day, you're going to have a PC that you're going to enjoy, and you're going to be able to upgrade, right? Like, I think for me, my biggest complaint about this build at its price point is probably going to be the graphics card in it. For $1,300, I feel like from other pre-built companies, you would have been able to get something better than a 4060. I don't think you would necessarily get a 70 Super or Ti, but from AMD side, you might have been able to get something better. So you didn't, yeah, no, you didn't get scammed. You paid a little bit more than probably most people in the chat would have paid for a pre-built. Like, let's just go to, what's Starforge? So let's see what Starforge PCs could have gotten you for the same $1,300. Let's see, Horizon 2, nope, Horizon 2 Pro. So here's one for $1,350. Let's take a look and see what they could have gotten you, right? This is $70 more, but you could also have changed it a little bit. For $70 more, you would have gotten the same 12400F, okay, a same tower cooler. You've gotten same 16 gigs of RAM. You would have gotten a 4060 Ti. What the heck? Starforge. Where did all your value go? Oh my god, Starforge is like on the same level as Build Redux. Except for $70 more. You're getting the exact same thing. You're getting the 12400F. You're getting some tower cooler. You're getting 1 terabyte, 16 gigabytes of memory. You're getting a 4060 Ti, which is better, but you're also paying $70 more. You get Windows 11 Home. Wow. I haven't checked out Starforge for a while. So, actually, you're on par, and Starforge would have been one that I thought was a better deal. Okay, let's take a look at NZXT. Pre-built. Yeah, Starforge. What happened to you guys' good deals? You had good deals for like a whole year or something. Origin is going to be more pricey. I don't know if we're going to be able to find something that's going to be that good value, but we could pull it up. Origin PC. Alright, we'll look at Origin, but let's take a look at NZXT. They've had some decent stuff. Player 2. How much is a Player 2 base price? Okay, that's a little expensive. We'll go to Player 1. Player 1 Prime. $1,250. Okay, so we're still in the ballpark of what you spent. Around a little bit under $1,300. What do we got in the Player 1? You've got a 12400F, 4060 Ti, 16 gigs of RAM. Oh my god. All these companies are giving you the exact same specs for the exact same price point. $1,300 gets you, well, except for Build Redux gave a 4060. With the NZXT system, it was a little bit cheaper, and you got the 4060 Ti upgrade. You still get 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte storage, B760 motherboard. Yeah, so this is pretty similar of a system. And then, can you change the case? Worse airflow? Dude, airflow with the 4060 Ti 12400F is not an issue. The side vents on this is fine. Maybe for a future upgrade, it might be more of an issue. But for this configuration as it is, this is fine. Airflow, you're not going to be overheating. You're not going to be throttling. And this is DDR5. Good eye there. So this is, I mean, it's DDR5, but you're still on LGA 1700. So I don't know if that's like, you know, that much of a benefit. But I would still say this build is a better value than the build Redux, but not as good of a value as I thought it would have been. I thought we were going to be able to find other system integrators at that same price and give a noticeably better system. But they're all on the same playing field right now. So let's go to Origin. All right, Origin, I just, before even looking at it, I'm thinking it's going to be pretty expensive. But we'll take a look. Did they not just list the prices out? Yeah, see, ready to ship PCs. Here we go. Look at these prices. You guys probably can't see it until I zoom in. But they're not showing me anything under $2,500 yet. Origin, I know you got to have cheaper stuff than this. Okay, let's see. Gaming desktops. Can I not sort by lowest price? They have their outlet. Here's a $1,500 PC with a 3070 in it. But this is their outlet. I want to find something from their actual... I might have to choose the cheapest PC and custom. Okay, I'm going to customize it. I'm going to customize their cheapest $2,200 one. Okay. Standard. There are no options to reduce the price. Their cheapest one... Oh, here it is. You can get a Ryzen 7600X minus 100. Okay, let me get this. Okay, so I changed to the Ryzen, which is the cheapest option, yeah. Getting the Ryzen 7600X is the cheapest, okay. And then going to memory, cooling, if I get a tower cooler. There's not many options to lower the price of this build. I could get rid of RGB fans and lower the price here. Graphics card, here we go. We can lower it by choosing... Wait up! This build was already $2,000 plus and it was configured with a 4060? The 4060 was the default card. I've gone through and here, let me look at the rest. Okay, Windows 11, 1 terabyte SSD. Only a single terabyte SSD, power supply. You can get a cheaper, okay, we'll get the cheaper one here. So the price of this Origin build so far comes out to, if you look right here, they're saying it's on sale, almost $1,800. And the final specs, do we have a summary somewhere? The final specs is essentially a 7600X system with a 4060 in it. Yeah, Arcadia, don't feel bad about it at all. Like, your build, like, people have spent way more on pre-builds than you did and gotten worse computers. So, don't worry about that. As we're seeing here now, as I'm looking at this, there's not many other pre-built companies that are offering more value than what you bought. So, you know, you were looking for a pre-built, and it ends up you didn't get that bad of a deal that I thought. Somehow, in the last few months, since we've last looked at pre-builts, all the prices seem to have been jacked up or screwed up because, yeah, look at this. This Origin build is ridiculous. $1,800, and you get a 4060, 1 terabyte of RAM, and what, 16 gigs? Or 1 terabyte of memory, 1 terabyte of storage, and how much memory was there? It was at least 32 gigs of RAM, DDR5, I guess. But bro, you don't spend $1,800 and get a 4060 at the end of the day. And then yeah, there's Apex, etc. Braythorn would know who has the pre-built deals. I think Braythorn would look at Build Redux and have said that that wouldn't have been a bad deal. Braythorn does a lot of pre-built stuff, but he also, because he knows the ins and outs of what it costs to be a system integrator, I feel like for the added fees on top of the baseline PC parts, he is a little bit more lenient. Not in like a bad way or anything, but he's more understanding of when a company charges like $300 over the base PC parts, you know, for their labor, for their warranty and support and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's essentially what Arcadia got with their build. You know, you got about $1,000 worth of hardware with $300 worth of, you know, the SI fee on top of it. Yeah, usually when you talk about pricing and stuff, you don't talk about tax because taxes are different everywhere. So yeah. Gamers Nexus will review a PC and act like a fan not screwed in. Yeah, I think Steve from Gamers Nexus does blow some stuff out of proportion. That's not like a big deal. Like, I feel like a lot of the companies that Steve had like major issues with, or has like, you know, raked across the coals. I've heard so many people have good experiences with them. When it comes to nitpicking, he does nitpick a lot. And I don't know. I think people appreciate him for that, but I also feel like it's not reflective of 99% of the user experience, right? Like when they reviewed the NZXT build or whoever else, I think I've seen way more people happy with their NZXT builds and not having issues with it than the problems that were brought up in that video. We don't like drama, except all their top videos are drama. That is true. GN is sometimes overcritical. If they say something is mad, okay, that's an approval. Yeah, you gotta shift the scale of what they say. Like, as long as it's not complete, utter garbage, then it means it's good. Drama and sex gets the views. Whoa, sex. Who's got the sex in the tech videos? Yeah, he hates Newegg. But yeah, I think I've seen a lot of complaints about Newegg. I mean, where else are you gonna buy from? Also, I feel like even what are the best companies you can think of to buy from? Like Micro Center, right? Did Steve ever do a Micro Center pre-built review video? I feel like they would probably have quality issues too. But I know so many people who have talked about the great deals from Micro Center. Sometimes also, like, yeah, sure, a fan isn't screwed in all the way. There's a loose panel. Cable management isn't good. But you're buying it at such a good price. I'm okay to overlook those things. Newegg has gotten better since the incident. I have been buying Newegg since like 2008 or 9 or something up till now. And regardless of the incident, I felt like their quality was the same throughout the whole entire way. And I know I'm just one person, but I don't feel like there was any decrease in quality from Newegg personally. And if there was a problem, which I don't remember if there being any, I feel like you would be able to get it fixed. The whole Gamers Nexus thing, I think it was kind of crazy how do you verify that someone didn't switch out the parts themselves and say that Newegg sent them chunks of metal? Same with Amazon. How do you verify that? Like, I could buy something from Amazon, do the old switcheroo, switch out the graphics card with some rocks from my garden, and then say, oh my god, Amazon did this to me, and then try to get, you know, a bigger channel to cover it. And because I technically should have some reputation behind my channel, people would probably believe me. I got better packaging quality from Newegg than Amazon with my PC parts. Yeah. My only problem with Neweggs is their branded Steal Me box. Yeah, it would be better if Newegg and Amazon just shipped things in boxes that were not labeled Amazon and Newegg. But then the boxes are kind of like marketing, right? If someone sees Newegg at your door and they're an honest person, they would think, oh, I should probably buy something on Newegg. It's free advertisement. They started adding HelloFresh. Yeah, I mean, they've been adding those types of referral codes. Wait, you talking about Amazon or Newegg? Newegg's been having those for a long time. My dad ordered my mom an NFL jersey from Chris that didn't fit. This was from Amazon? The only way he could return exchange is if he filmed himself opening the package to verify there wasn't tampering. Dude. I have returned so much clothing that didn't fit on Amazon. I've returned shoes that didn't fit. I've returned a lot of things with zero issues. What was the seller for the jersey? Oh, it was a third-party site? Yeah, if it's a third-party site, I don't know what to say about that there. Like, I feel like even with third-party sites, though, because they're smaller than Amazon, they want to keep their reputation up. Yeah, I guess I must have just been very lucky with the stuff that I buy in return policies. I feel like there's always a way to get your money back, because if you have certain credit cards too, there are ways to charge back fraud and stuff like this. Like, you could probably complain with your credit card company and get a charge back. You might not be able to buy from that website anymore, but at least you can get your money back. Yeah, Amazon, most of their clothing listings, if it's like sold and shipped by Amazon, it says free returns on it. Am I still a part of the PCMR now that I got my PC? Yeah, you are. Anyone with a PC, even if it's like a $300 used friggin' office PC, is part of the PCMR. If you log into your computer, turn on Steam, and play games, you are part of the PCMR. You charge back Woot because you never got some 6600s. You ordered some Z690s off there, so you see if you get the boards. Yeah, Woot's a part of Amazon now, right? So you would hopefully expect to get stuff that you ordered from Woot. I got a base US. Hey, that's my charger. Mine's a 20,000 milliamp hour power bank from Amazon that would not work with a USB hub and had to send videos to base US to get a full refund. You had to send a video? Now that's interesting. Yeah, electronics and stuff. I'll let you guys know the day that when I return something, Amazon actually tries to push back. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm long-standing. You know, my account's like 15 years old or something by this point. But, yeah, I've never had any pushback on any returns. And I return a decent amount. Not a ton, but like, I actually haven't returned in a while, but there are periods where I just buy a bunch of crap. I think you have to try to return a lot of stuff on Amazon for them to fight you on return, like a lot. I mean, yeah, I wonder what a lot is because I've returned a fair amount. I wish Amazon had like the stats without me having to go through my list and counting them. Like if they just had like, you know, total items bought, total items returned, etc. So I could just read them off. But they don't. Amazon used to export all your purchases out to like an Excel spreadsheet. They don't do that anymore. So when I do taxes and stuff, it's annoying. I actually have to go through them like one by one. But to be fair, I don't have an Amazon business account. And they might do that there. Okay, we are past my hard cutoff. I was supposed to stop at 7. Melissa's still sleeping, man. She's not gonna want to be woken up. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for the stream. Thank you for everyone who came to the stream and to hang out. It was a very fun stream. I look forward. I actually might start working on this LAN party story video like now-ish, just because I'm more excited to work on that than a typical video, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Something about the whole tech space has not gotten me super excited and interested recently. So maybe just editing the LAN video, I'll get more excited about going back to the typical videos. But this weekend, I am actually planning on going to PDX LAN, which is kind of like near Vancouver, Washington. It's like one of the big local LAN events that they have. So yeah, I'm not planning on bringing my PC. I'm planning on going as like just a visitor to like check out the whole scene, as well as maybe interview more people for YouTube shorts and stuff like that. So yeah, that would be on Saturday, and I'm sure there are going to be other content creators there from the area. So yeah, I think that will be my weekend plans. But other than that, hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I do have YouTube short stuff coming up. But until further notice, that's all I'm going to be uploading. And of course, the weekly streams, as always, because these are always fun to do. So you guys have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your week. And have a great weekend coming up. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.